Hey, what's up YouTube and Triple T members? Jeremy Barber here, owner of Trading the Trend chat room on Discord. There is a link in the video description. It is free to come check us out. So we had two end of day plays that were purchased yesterday and sold today. The first one was PAVM. It was up about 4.5% from close yesterday. And the second one was CHPT, which gave us about 23% from close yesterday. So pretty solid day for the end of day plays. It's nice to get days like that. CHPT had a very similar chart setup to one of the plays that was called today, CODX. I'm going to be reviewing that chart here in a minute. It is not advice to purchase this stock. I'm simply reviewing the technicals on it and the risk to reward. I'm not going to be like a lot of these other people on YouTube that beg and plead with you to purchase a stock that they already have a position in and they're just trying to pump their stock. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you learn, try to teach you to do this yourself. I don't want you just following me blindly, because I'm not always going to be there to help you. So, my goal is to help you learn to do this on your own. So here is what I saw in the CHPT chart as well as the CODX chart. Hey, what's up? We're going to be reviewing two tickers. One was purchased yesterday and sold today, and the second one was purchased today. This first one, CHPT, was our play from yesterday. This was called with a close over the 200 moving average, which currently sits at 2236. Yesterday, I believe it was 2227, somewhere in that area. But this is a very long-term moving average. It's used by most traders and investors alike. So a break back above this 200 yesterday was a huge indicator to me. So first you can see we have this support line right here at 1950 area. We hit it with this candlestick right here, the tail of it, before it bounced back up. We came back down and hit it with this candlestick as well. So this candlestick is a doji candlestick. Actually, both of these are, and really, even if you want to consider this one a doji, there's not much movement. The open and the close were still pretty tight together, but you didn't have very long wicks out of it, so I wouldn't call that a doji, but still indecision in the market, not a very large bodied candlestick. So a doji candlestick is a potential reversal candlestick. So we had two of them back to back, plus sitting on this support, and we've started trending back up. So once we got this pretty large candlestick, this was my confirmation candlestick that the trend was either starting to reverse or at minimum going to give us a bounce where we could secure profit today. Like this one right here, this nice hammer candlestick. This could have been a reversal candlestick, but the trend actually did not reverse, but it did give a bounce and a potential for profit the next day, or if you held a few days, you'd moved from about 24, 25 on this candlestick up to almost 32. So again, doesn't necessarily mean that the trend is reversing, but all we need is a bounce to secure some profit. So that's what I was looking at on this whenever it was called. The volume right here, you can see, not spectacular compared to many of these other volume bars, but still enough. And with the break over the 200, the recent bounce off of support after reversal candlesticks, all that kind of went into it. the last factor that I took into account when selecting this play was the infrastructure talk that Biden had today. A big part of it mentioned electronic vehicles and charging, and this company is a EV charging company. So that I know I typically don't go into the fundamentals or the news or anything like that, but with the chart telling me it was due for a bounce, plus the news that was coming out today, it all goes into it and provided a pretty nice profit. And you can see our RSI down here, we were oversold. We were under this 30 line on this candlestick. I mean, for actually starting from right here all the way down through, so it was right at the 30 line on this little red candlestick right here, and then coming out of it. Again, wait for it to find bottom and then grab it as it starts to head back up and show strength. So that's what I was looking at this one. We'll go look at the ticker that was purchased today. So again, you can see that we have a downtrend going. Peaked out a little over $20 up here, came down, little consolidation, broke down again. Yesterday gave us this nice hammer doji candlestick right here. Again, you see this green line. So you can see this reversal point right here. It also acted as support right here. Go up, we come back down right here. We're on a downtrend. RSI oversold, we're under 30. And then we get this nice potential hammer candlestick, potential reversal candlestick right here that is sitting right on support. So that is why I called this play today. It gave us a nice confirmation candlestick. There's very little top wick. Let's see, high of 965 and closed at 954. So basically no top wick. You got about 12 cents. You can't even see it on this. And that is a confirmation candlestick after the doji candlestick yesterday. The volume, it was enough. It did more than the average volume, but the volume is not as important on a reversal setup as it is a breakout setup. But again, this one, it did do above its average volume. It was on my scan today. Again, if you need a refresher on that, there is a video on the scanner I'm using and the settings that I'm using on that. So that was pretty much it. We have a downtrend. We have a support line that it briefly broke below, pulled back up and closed above yesterday, creating this indecision candlestick and then a confirmation candlestick. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. One other thought process that goes into selecting this as a play tonight was the rise in COVID cases. Many European countries are starting to either go back into lockdown or implementing new measures to combat the so-called third wave. Starting to hear and see stories in America where people that have been vaccinated are catching it and testing positive. So it's definitely something that we're still dealing with, and this company does COVID testing. So you know, I don't necessarily want to see a spike in COVID by any stretch of the imagination, but if it happens and we benefit playing this ticker, then so be it. But again, all that was not necessarily my main reason for playing this. I start with the chart the chart has to look good first before I start looking into anything else on the ticker. So keep an eye on this one tomorrow, see how it does, and hopefully, you can find these charts that look very similar where you get these reversal candlesticks and then the confirmation candlestick on the next day. So maybe you'll be able to benefit from this play, or if not, at least benefit from a similar type of setup. So there was the review of the two recent end of day plays. One was purchased yesterday and held overnight, sold today. The other one was purchased today and will be sold tomorrow. Again, any of our end of day plays, they are typically 1 day holds. We hold one night and then sell on the next day. Again, this was not advice to purchase this stock. This was to show you some potential tickers to do research on, see if it fits your strategy and you're able to make money on it. If not, hopefully you'll be able to take this chart pattern and use it for your trading to where you can find some oversold tickers and make some profitable trades on them. I will have the results from our end of day trades that I discussed earlier at the end, and then also there is a link in the video description where you can come check out our Discord room. Thanks for joining, good luck, and stay green.